giving you insight into why they've been so schizophrenic over the last couple of weeks?
Well, they were banged up. They're Mincy, their leading scorer, has been dealing with a thumb injury on a shooting hand, and that has caused him some issues. Now, I thought he had some more pop to him the other day against St. Bonaventure, and even the game before that, like you could tell he was kind of getting back into a rhythm. So dealing with that, right? Like just dealing with that, and again, like this league is tough, right? So every game you go into, like you're playing against a pretty good team, and if you don't have it for whatever reason, or maybe you do have it and the other team just has it a little bit more, you get popped, and that's kind of happened to them, over that stretch. But again, I look at them and I go, man, that guy's a good player, that guy's a good player, that guy's a good player, that guy's a potential all-league guys all the way through the lineup. Like they've got it, and Tony's doing a really good job. He gets them true to his identity, right? Like they're tough, they're physical, they know what they're doing. It'd be a tough game.
Have you had any time in any time at all, or maybe this hasn't even crossed your radar, to discuss the portal opening in another month or so with guys that you might think would be eyeing that, or do you not even bring that up?
No, we will have our discussions as a staff of kind of what that layout looks like. To be prepared for it. We've done that. But in terms of like my own individual conversations, like we're locked into the season, and hopefully we're playing all the way up until that thing opens. That'd be the nice treat of it, and then we'll have those conversations. I mean, there's some, dealings with their people, but not me. It's other people kind of dealing with that to, just talk about what the future looks like. But yeah. As far as we're concerned as a team, we're locked into tomorrow night, and then we'll go day by day from there, throughout the rest of this run.
Do you like that the NCAA has moved the portal window back until after the tournament, give you a little more breathing room?
I do, with the caveat that it does open up for what I would call the black market portal is open a little bit more. So I would say that. That's the one. But I do think, having dealt with it, having been playing, preparing for postseason games, playing the NCAA tournament, and you're like having to think about that and go and field those calls, and again, I mean, obviously last spring was a complete whirlwind for me, but we got back. We played on Friday night. We got back Saturday. The portal opened Monday. I took this job. We met late Tuesday night. I took it Wednesday morning. That Monday in between, I met with two kids that were like local in Rhode Island that had gone in the portal that Monday, and met with them. So like we played, you finished, I'm on the plane right back, like mapping it out. They go in the portal, they're local enough. It was like, hey, talk to the assistants, like see if we can meet them. We'll go to their apartment, we'll meet them at a coffee shop, whatever, that were localish guys in the portal, and we're doing that. Like season just ended, like you just stop. So I do think, and for those teams that were still playing like that, I mean, it's insane, right? Like you hear these stories about coaches that are getting ready to play in the Sweet 16 on Thursday and they're doing Zoom calls on Tuesday, with the transfer portal. You hear it in football, right? Like all those teams are talking about like getting ready for the college football playoff, and they're hosting official visits while they're trying to prepare for the biggest games of their school's career, school's lives and their lives. Like, we have to figure out whatever that looks like, and obviously the NBA has a certain rhythm to it, right? Playoffs, get to the playoffs, free agency, all those things. Like we have to figure out what that looks like. And right now we're not there yet. We're still in that process. I said it a couple weeks ago. We're still in that process of remodeling. So it's going to be a little bit dusty. It's going to be a little bit dirty sometimes before you get it all, cleaned up the way you want it to clean up. Not dirty like in a, just like it's just messy, right? It's just not like illegal things happen.